evening. First of all, let me thank each and every one of you for being here so that we can have a family discussion as to where we go from here and how we can get our community back on the track to be rebuilt and all the steps that's necessary to take. Tonight, we have several items that we want to go over, and we have with us federal representatives from FEMA, SBA, and a number of other organizations that are helping us to go through the process of recovery. We're going to discuss several things. First of all, you should have received a handout that says storm timeline, and that's the different actions that have been taken up until this point and where we are and what the next steps should be. The most important document that we have tonight, and hopefully each one of you have a copy, it is called a right of entry release form. And what this document will do is allow the city or its designee to help clean up your property of debris and storm damage. We are required to do this under the state law and the federal edict. Several days ago, the president authorized Operation Clean Sweep. And Operation Clean Sweep will allow the federal government to reimburse the city for the collection of debris and storm damaged material and be compensated by the federal government. It's part of the process that we have to go through. But it doesn't eliminate us from having to go through the proper legal steps. We still have to follow state law. And state law requires that in order to come onto your property to help you clean it up, we have to have this release form signed. And I want to again reiterate, take several copies so you can pass it on to your neighbors and they can have it as well. Now, a couple of questions that I got when I first got here was, is there any cost to the property owner for the city to come on and clean up the debris and remove the debris from your property? There is no cost to the property owner, but, and I have to put this but in there, the federal government, FEMA, reserves the right to request, if you have insurance, that the insurance company reimburse it for debris removal. Now, in your insurance policy, they will compensate you to have the debris removed. This process will expedite and help you faster to get the debris off of your property. But the federal government will require that if you have insurance, not you personally. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I know some people are going to try to get the insurance money and say, well, y'all clean my property off, and then hold on to the insurance money. That's not, the federal government is not going to let that happen. If you have insurance, they will seek reimbursement. If you do not have insurance, then there will be no effort to seek any type of repayment from you as an individual or any liability on your part. Now, at this time, we'll open up for questions, especially any question that you might have about the right of entry form. And Tom, why don't you come closer just in case I need my lawyer to be my mouthpiece up here. It is our plan to have it all gridded out and work in an area so that you can move from area to area and you know that you've cleaned up that spot before you move to the next one. And that way you'll have some consistency in the pattern of cleanup rather than just everybody running helter-skelter all over the place.
What have you done to reach the people who are misplaced?
First of all, this is just the beginning. We're going to get out and we're going to have some teams going door to door handing out the forms. There are some people who have moved out of the area and they're living in other locations. We're going to use the records that FEMA has for people, because when they receive funds for temporary housing, they put the location of their temporary housing, and we're going to try to get the forms to them. We cannot go on property unless, whether it's rental property or absentee ownership, it doesn't matter. We still have to get this form signed. Okay?
Just so we're clear, so you're saying that this form is what has stopped progress for the last 20 days?
Well, as I stated before, we're moving forward with city crews to get the job done this weekend, but it's so much debris out there, we can't do it with city crews alone. It's, the issue at City Hall is going to be resolved one way or the other by this coming Tuesday, and that's all I'll say on that.
You know, I'm standing here this evening here in Pratt City, and Pratt City is really being left behind. It's a shame just today around 4 o'clock, the governor of the state of Alabama, Governor Bentley, had a press conference, and at the press conference, he pretty much chided the leadership of Birmingham, in particular, Mayor Vail. Mayor Vail had slowed the process. When you think he was contemplating going to Israel, he stopped in midstream and then go to Israel. That would have meant that the mayor wouldn't have been back in Birmingham until tomorrow. The mayor also, for the first time, had a collective meeting with the city council this past Tuesday. Now he's put 2 items on the agenda in which he wants the city council to approve $10 million that will go to some city areas that I care not to mention at this time. But you get my drift. Let me just go right to this report. If you can, beam me in on this. This is a report that's compiled by the mayor's office that was given to me, where the mayor purported in February that the city public works department could demolish, tear down 300 houses in 30 days. Now, the mayor wants to take $10 million. He said that's just the beginning part of money to start demolition and removal of houses in the Pratt City and other areas that hit by the storm. Now, you're telling me that the mayor back in February can tear down 300 houses in 30 days, but you can't tear down 800 houses in 90 days? And the tornado has already pretty much done half the job, because a lot of the houses in these tornado hit areas are already down. They just need to be removed. But he was purporting to tear down 300 houses in 30 days. Now, these houses' value would have been from top to bottom. That would have been the roof to the ground. But a lot of the houses, as you know, are already down. So something is just very fishy with that, and that's why I want this report to be out. The mayor's double speaking. Now, he's here, as you see in the background. He's in there speaking now to Mount Moriah Church. He had all the staff come. The place is practically empty but city employees. Why is that? The Pratt City tornado victims, they're tired of being lied to. Today is the 20th. Guess what? 7 more days? That will be a complete month. And the Pratt City area looks like the tornado just left last night. Poor leadership. It's a shame. I tried not to criticize the mayor. For one, the mayor would not meet with the city council collectively. The mayor has not developed a plan. The mayor wants to take $10 million to give to his cronies. The mayor continues to lie to his people, and to make all matters worse, here's a report. I'm not fudging this. Here's a report from the mayor's office saying that the public works department can tear down 300 houses in 30 days. What I would like for the mayor to do is take all that money and put it into public works, hire about 1,000 or so unemployed people, temporary, let them do his job, rent or get the heavy equipment that's necessary to do the job. If you can do 300 houses at current machinery and staff at public works, then with $10 million and more money that the mayor can get from this disaster relief, he can get down 1,000 of these houses and get this debris moved. So you need to join me and say, Mayor Bell, do the job, do it right, and do it now. Join me on Facebook every day, every second, every minute. I beat the news, I beat the TV. I get you the information before they get you the misinformation. I get it right, and that's just being frank with you.